What's good, everybody? I'm pulling up the chat right now, so we can get cooking. All right, I got the chat pulled up. Let me quote tweet this real quick. All right, how's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Fuck Jordan Addison. Fuck Sam Darnold. They both suck. I'm gonna let some people get in here, see some messages fly, and then we can start talking about bets I like, bets I don't like, little college football, maybe a sneak peek into some NFL. But I'm gonna let some messages roll in real quick. Make sure we get people in here. Got 250. I need a little bit more for start yapping. Is it yapping if I make you money though? Okay, here we go. Now I got all these. What's ante up? Yo, what's good, Auntie? I have not heard from you in a minute. Someone said Tyrese Halliburton 1.5 steals and blocks. I'll check. Yo, good morning. What's up, big dog? All right, so someone said Tyrese Halliburton, and then I'll talk about my favorite play. Good morning, dude. Ante up. Oh my god, what a crazy name to see. For those of you that have not been in my Discord before, Antioch was one of my first. He's so OG in my chat. Um, and it's so funny just thinking about saying. Um, when I first started, Antioch went in the Prize Picks Discord and said, "Yo, I just got Prop Geek Zeke's picks. DM me if you want them. Like they're really good picks or that." He was like trying to give people my picks for free, and I saw it and I was like, "Bro, Anti, like, what's good?" I thought we were cool. Like he was like, "I know, but I was just trying to feed everybody." I was like, "You can't be doing that, Auntie." And like I don't know, 6 months later, he was posting my plays in another Discord. All right, someone said Halliburton blocks and steals 1.5. Yeah, I think that's a good over. I think he said over. Let me see. Yeah, I like that. I actually might play that. That's pretty good. This is my favorite. What you see on the screen right now is my favorite play by far. This line does not make any sense to me. Um, I know I talk a lot about how I think like game log betting is dumb because you need more than just a game log. Like you need to understand why. Okay, but this is a good example of needing to know more than just a game log. Okay, so I go on this game log. Let me share my screen. Okay, so I go on this game log, and you're like, damn, why is PG Washington at 6.5? He's only covered in 4 of his last 10. He's averaging 5 rebounds. Like that doesn't make much sense. And when he goes over, he's barely going over. Now it's 7.5 minus 146, but you're like, it's only covering 1 of his last 10 games, only averaging 5 rebounds. Like that's a really bad line. Like I think that's a good line. But this is why I think game log betting is really bad because you need way more data than just looking at this. What's something we know? Okay, well, first of all, I got 6.5, so I'm bumping down to that. We know that Luka is out tonight. Okay, Luka is one of the best rebounding guard. He probably is the best rebounding guard in the league. He's not even really a guard, but he is a guard. You know what I'm saying though. Luka's out, so you change it to Luka out, and you're like, okay, now I can start to see a picture. But he's got this 3-4-3 here. Okay, where he only played 19 minutes on the 27th, and only played 16 minutes on the first. Why did he only play 16 minutes on the first? You might see that and say, oh, whatever, he just had a bad game. No, so he got injured in this game and left early. The Phoenix game, I have to look at. I didn't even check that one. Let's see. If it was like foul trouble or if he just left early again. Regardless, it doesn't really matter. So I don't even want to waste my time doing this. But you got to think, okay, well, why would he leave that game? So it's a close game. I don't even see him. Oh, here he is. He had 3 fouls. He might have just got closed over. Looked like Kleba. Yeah, Kleba was playing really good. Um, he might have gotten injured. Who knows? But what I do know is in this game he got injured. Okay, this game he was a little bit of foul trouble. Might have been closed over. Whatever. Right? He's gonna play massive minutes tonight. There's no Luca. Kyrie's out, so they need his offense a lot too. But so I'll change this to like 22 minutes, which if he plays less than 22 minutes, I will give someone in this chat $100 right now. There's no chance he plays less than 22 minutes. Like that is a very, very low baseline. That's what I expect. Like unless he gets hurt, that is the lowest of low. And you change it to 22 minutes, okay? And you change it to this season. Look at this rebound log, okay? We're at 6.5 right now. Covered in 90% of games, averaging 9.8. You look at his rebound chances. He gets really good rebound chances, averaging 15. The game where he had 4, he only had 9, or he only had 9 rebound chances against Sacramento, probably because he was guarding DeMar DeRozan. Last night he was guarding Evan Mobley, or 2 nights ago, whatever. Guarding Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley went for 35. He still managed to get 7 rebounds. Against Clippers, he had 12 rebound chances. Insane game log, right? Without Luca. You can see I wrote in here when they don't like Kyrie's out too, which kind of hurts it just a tad bit, but not a lot. Without Luca, they insert like Grimes, Kyrie, Dinwiddie, all like these guys that average like 2 rebounds a game, 3 rebounds a game. Very, very small guards that do not prioritize rebounding like Luca does. Luca's like a stat pattern. He gets a massive rebound upgrade, as you can see right here, right? Without Luca, 22 minutes, averaging almost 10 rebounds a game. And then you think about who he's playing. Okay, he's playing the Grizzlies, fastest paced team in the NBA. What does that mean? More shots from both teams, more possessions leads to more rebounds. So the Grizzlies are in the top 10 in rebounds per game allowed. And it's not because they're bad rebounders. They have Edie, they have Jaren Jackson, they have Brandon Clark off the bench. It's just because they play so fast. Scottie Pippen, Desmond Bane, they all push the floor. Jaren Jackson, he grabs it and goes. They all play really fast, which is only going to help this PJ line. So that is like by far my play of the day. My other favorite play so far, I haven't tweeted out my last one, but I'll show you guys it now. My other favorite play is DeAndre Ayton over 14.5 points plus assist. Okay. Again, game log betting doesn't really tell the full story here. But even without that, he's covered in 68% of their games this year when he's played. Just played. He's covered 14.5 points. That's a really low line. And then when you go and look, I'm going to go back to this screen now. When you go back to this screen, I'm going to type in A10. I'm going to go to PA. You're like, okay, well, why did this dude only play 21 minutes against the Lakers? 17 minutes here, 2017. What I noticed was in those games where he's playing 17, 20 minutes, they're playing a team like the Thunder, where the Thunder are rolling out Jalen Williams at the 5. And the Trailblazers will match that. They will play small ball with you. They'll roll out Scoot, Simons, Jeremy Grant, the Kamara dude, and Shaden Sharp. They'll roll out that 5. They don't care. They'll play with Kamara at the 5 if they have to. But like against the Lakers, there's no AD, so they were closing with like LeBron / Rui at the 5, I think it was. And they're like, okay, well, we'll match with you with someone small because like Ayton can't guard them. But the Pistons are without Ivy tonight, so they're gonna have to close with Durant or Stewart, basically. And that's going to guarantee Ayton a lot of minutes. So when you go and look and you're like, okay, well, let's take out these 17, 20, 17-minute games. Let's go to like 22-plus minutes too, right? 81% hit rate, averaging 32 minutes. You come up here and he's averaging 17.3 points and assists per game when he's playing 22 plus minutes. I don't think head to head matters much at all. But these are 2 games versus Duran that he played, and he was murdering Duran. Which this was when he was on the Sun, so doesn't really matter. But I'd rather him have these game logs versus Duran than like 0, obviously. Um, and I haven't even talked about Jeremy Grant is out tonight. I didn't even look at the game log without it because I don't care. Jeremy Grant is a scorer. He soaks up some usage. They're replacing him with Kamara, who does not score, does not shoot the ball like that. So this is going to be lean even more on Ayton, offense wise. It's going to be like Simons and Ayton, a lot of them. And then Detroit's defense, you can see they're top 10 in points allowed, almost top 10 in assists allowed. The only reason why I took points and assists over points was because points was the same juice, and you can see he averages like 3 to 4 potential assists. If I change this to this is on this isn't on 22 plus minutes. If I change this to 22 plus minutes, you can see he's averaging like almost 3 assists or 3 potential assists. And I got less juice on PA, and it was only 1 point, 1 assist, if that makes sense. So it's 13.5 points versus 14.5 points in assists. He averages over 2 potential assists per game, which is what I want if it's only a 1 point bump for less juice. So I did that. If they're the same price, I'd still play PA. If PA is a higher juice than points and it's only 1 point, I'd play points. That's just my opinion on this. What do you think of Malik Beasley? What Malik Beasley prop are you interested in? What Malik Beasley prop? Let me check this chat. Okay, nothing's in here. I'm gonna update the chat, make sure I'm getting all the messages. Okay, I am. You got a bump to 7.5. If I played 7.5, I'd want it to be plus money. Just because I just got it 6.5 at minus 130. Like I wouldn't play minus 110 at 7.5. No. While I wait for the Malik Beasley, I'll go ahead and tell you the next prop I played. It was Monty Morris. There's really not a lot of rambling I have for this. I just think the line is too high. Hold up. Kobe White, 22.5 points and assists. Uh, I don't know. I don't think that's good. I think that's just mid. I think that's mid, honestly. Okay. So the last one I played was Monty Morris. Under 7.5 points plus rebounds. Everyone is back for the Suns tonight. Tyus Jones, KD, Booker, Beal, everyone's back. Royce O'Neal's out, but that doesn't matter. The big thing is Tyus Jones is back. Um, he hadn't played. I'm trying to see. I'm going to his game log to see when's the last time he played. He didn't play Saturday. Wait, there it is. Let me see. I can get on my phone to check this one. Okay, yeah, he did play Saturday, but he's not on the injury report tonight. So, Emmanuel Quickly been cashing me. What do you like for Quickly? What do I have on a slip? I have Monty Morris under 7.5 points and rebounds, DeAndre Ayton over 14.5 points plus assist, and PJ Washington over 6.5 rebounds. I'll show that screen. 1 second, chat. Okay. So I played DeAndre Ayton over 14.5 points plus assist, Monty Morris under 7.5 points plus rebounds, and PJ Washington over 6.5 rebounds. What are my favorites? PJ Washington is definitely my favorite, and then it honestly go 3-2-1. But these are kind of the same, honestly. It go through. This is my favorite by far, and then these two are basically the same. But the PJ Washington play is very, very good. Appreciate it, yes, sir. You said the last five is green, so scared to hit. So scared of that. Hit under 5 out of 6 head to head, but hit over on their last matchup. What do you think of Jaden McDaniels rebounds? I hate betting on Jaden McDaniels. Um, I can tell you that. I think he has. So I hate saying certain things because I contradict myself sometimes, but like certain players, you're going to be introduced to more variance than others. That's just how it is. Um, and I like to say it's always priced in, which it is for Jaden McDaniels. But when you bet on Jokic isn't going to go out there and randomly have 6 fouls in 20 minutes. You know, he's pretty consistent. Yeah, he might shoot 20% or might not get a lot of assists, but like you know you're going to get 35 minutes out of Jokic a lot most nights. Jaden McDaniels loves touching men. Like he loves touching boys. He will get 6 fouls in 8 minutes some games. And the next game he'll play 32 minutes, 1 foul. So like I really try to avoid betting on him a lot. Um I don't see the rebound prop. Okay, here we go. So you're saying the 4.5? There's no chance. You couldn't pay me to touch that bet. I don't think that I wouldn't say over, I wouldn't say under. I don't think that there's enough edge to combat the variance of how much he loves to touch men, basically. I mean, dude is obsessed. I'm looking at a couple other props right now. But if you guys have any, sorry, Alex, if you guys have any questions about props you like, just let me know as I find some more props. Brooklyn, Russell's question. So Ben. Heard. Appreciate the insight and how you look at some of these bets. Yep, thank you. Um, Denny Adviha. I don't even know how you say that, but I think I got it right. Over 16.5 points. Well, I'm already on Aiden, so I wouldn't play that anyways. Um, I mean, if you can get 16.5 at decent juice, like what odds are you getting? Or is it on like Prize Picks? I don't think that's bad in like a 6-man on Prize Picks, but obviously I would prefer it to be um I would prefer to play Aiden. Appreciate you. Thank you, big dog. I prefer to play Aiden, sorry. I was like thinking about 10 different things while I was answering your question. Okay, there's no way they just dropped that line. There's no way that I'm looking at this right. I'm about to have a prize fix play, I think. Yeah, they're smoking. That's just okay, I'm about to make a prize fix slip. I'm hiding my screen. I'll share my screen when I'm done making it, okay? I don't want to like be making it on stream and it get bumped before I can get any money on it. 34. I'm thinking this is where I hate not having like golf on or something. So because I would have a pair automatically. I'm looking for a pair. Grayson Allen, 13.5 PRA. Um, I wouldn't touch that either. Everyone's back. So like I really have no idea how many minutes he's gonna play. Because Beal's off the bench now, so it's gonna lead to less um like Allen's gonna share the floor more with Beal, which isn't good. Could get less minutes because Monty Morris has been playing better. They have Tyus Jones still. I know Royce O'Neal's out, but that's a question mark for me. I might play that. Giddy rebounds and assists. Let's see who's out for the Bulls first. Okay. Uh, Craig and everyone else is questionable. Giddy rebounds and assists. I mean, if you're getting 14, I think 14 is the right line. If you can get like 13 and a half at like not a lot of juice, I think that's fine. I just realized how close I was to the camera. My bad. I was all up in y'all's space. Okay, I'm gonna play this. I think. Let me check the odds. I got you, Jake. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any plays, ask me. I'm currently building a slip on prize picks. I have one really, really strong play. I'm looking for a pair. PJ rebounds 6.5. Yeah, that's my favorite play of the day. I played that. That's my favorite play today. What was your question? Ask your question again. I don't see anything you said. You broke my heart. LOL, I get it, White Fire. Okay, don't even ask your question then, honestly. You asked your question one time. Don't even ask it, big dog. Don't worry about it. Alright, I'm playing this. Yeah, I'm not answering him. Okay, so the prize fix play that I think is very strong is PJ Washington over 29.5 fantasy. I think that's a pretty bad line for a couple reasons. Obviously, I like his rebounds. I almost played his PRA, um, because the Grizzlies do play really fast and they're not that good at power forward defense. I'm posting this in my Discord 1 second. My pairs, I have Victor Wembanyama over 31.5 points and assists. And then my other pair is going to be Miles Turner over fantasy. Yeah, Turner over fantasy. I might do PRA actually. Let me see. PRA is 23. I asked 4 times. I didn't see your question, big dog. I apologize. Is Emmanuel quickly scoring or assisting tonight? Let me look. I gotta look at his lines. Okay, I'm not playing PRA. I'll play fantasy. PR first, actually. So Turner PR is 21 everywhere, 29. Yeah, okay. Fantasy it is. Miles Turner over 30 fantasy is the other play. Guys, if I don't see your question, please just ask it again. Um, the chat sucks on this, so I have it pulled up on my phone on the side, and I'm not purposely ignoring anyone's question. I want to answer every question possible. I'm just doing a couple things at once. I might miss it. I apologize if I do. Let me go back to Riverside. Okay. So I'll share you guys 2 plays now. Play number 1, let me share my screen. Okay. PJ Washington is the very good fantasy score play. I paired one with Victor over 31.5 points plus assist. You said Nikola Vucevic under 10.5 rebounds. I'll look at that right after I explain this. I actually do remember reading that now. PJ Washington over 29.5 fantasy, and then Victor over 31.5 points plus assists. These pairs I think are like worth zero point 0.5 units. I think PJ is very strong though, like a 2 unit bet. Miles Turner over 30 fantasy score is the other play, okay? I really like both of those. I'll pull this up, so I leave it there because I'm about to make a graphic real quick. You said Nikola. Let me answer this dude's question. Nikola Vucevic under 10.5 rebounds. Plays the Spurs, who it is kind of hard to rebound as a center on the Spurs because they do pull you out. Um, I don't love it. I also don't hate it. You can get a good price, sure. It's not something that I would bet though. But I don't think it's like a terrible bet like I do Jaden McDaniels rebounds or something like that. It's not that bad. Thoughts on Keon? Look at Asian Jesus or Jesus. I don't know which one it is, but you said thoughts on Keon Johnson under 21.5 PRA. Let me look. Why aren't you playing tennis? I thought that was your sport. How do you spell this, bro? Thanks, my God. You're welcome. And I'm sorry I missed it, okay? Just don't be offended by it. Just ask again. All right, someone asked about Keon Johnson. Um, PRA under. I mean, it heavily relies on if D'Angelo Russell and if Ben Simmons plays. If they don't play, I think that is a terrible wager, obviously. If they do play, he probably goes under. But that's not something I'd bet on right now because I have no idea what he's going to do. Bro, I'm going to lose my mind doing this. Cole Anthony points. I'd play threes. I would play Cole Anthony threes. I think that is a good bet. I was thinking about posting that soon. So I guess points is fine. Nikola points should cash. Uh, Qualifiers on right now, but they're volatile as hell. Okay. What are qualifiers in tennis? Is it like where the bumps are just trying to get on the tennis tour? What site do you use to look at player props? A combination of a lot, but a lot of it's just like me knowing sports. Um, I would not. I mean, you could get a lot of stuff just for free. What'd you get PJ Washington fantasy? We're at 29.5. 29.5. How long you been doing this? Actually, March will be my 3-year Discord, Private Geek Zeke, everything anniversary. I'm excited. 3 years is a long time to be doing that. 3 years is my longest time at any job, actually, which, I mean, I own the company, so I guess it's really not a job, but it feels like a job. It's the best job in the world, though, but you like Joel Embiid for 33.5 points and assist? Let me check. So Joel Embiid, 30.5 points plus assists. Oh, I think it's okay. I think it's all right. Joel for sure got a cash PA. Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. Probably not something I'd bet on, but I also wouldn't tell you to take the under. I'd lean over. That tall motherfucker better catch his PA. Yeah. Victor, need it. Victor's the GOAT, dude. Let me go to Riverside. See, I don't even know what I'm sharing on my screen. Okay. All right. Back to y'all. Let me know how you like this. Hold up. Tell me this ain't some heat. Ooh, come on. I'm a little graphic design. Brooke Lopez points over. Hell yeah. I like that for sure. I be on my little graphic design every once in a while. So it's 242. My side ends at 3. You got my boy Dead Prez coming on. Um, we need to troll Dead Prez when he comes on. Yo, would you say straight betting is more profitable than player props? No, I would not. Less variance. I just saw that flanks. I'm sorry. Um, I would not say it's more profitable. There's two kinds of okay, Canva Beast, come on. There's two kinds of betting. Obviously, straight betting parlays. I mean, there's more breakdowns than that, but straight betting is less variance. I would much rather straight bet than bet parlays. But you said straight betting versus player props. If you're talking about what's more profitable, betting on teams to cover slash win games, over unders on the game, that kind of stuff, I call those main lines, right? So spread, money line, over under. What's more profitable, betting on spread, money line, over under, or player props? Player props, no doubt, 10 times over. That is the easiest market to win on in the world. That is why my hit rate's so high. That's why I'm so good at what I do, is because I target the weak markets. Obviously, it's very fun to bet on a team who's going to win, right? I mean, I'm a degenerate. I bet on Georgia to win every week, but I don't post that, obviously, by the way. I just play that like personally. I usually sweat it with my friends. Um, but What I do post is player props. That is why my hit rate is so good. And it's very easy to target. That's why I play a lot of golf. Obviously, I like golf. I play golf. But if golf was hard to win at, I wouldn't play it. But golf is so easy to beat, like to win. And I actually have here's a little self promotion Instagram video. Let's go to my Instagram real quick. All right, we're gonna go to my profile. First of all, if you're not following my Instagram, check it out. I post a lot of I'm starting to post a lot of videos on here that I don't share on Twitter. So like I didn't post this 2-man on Twitter.
These 2 NFL free picks, and you should be tailing these because we
posted Chase in the
Make sure you
10X
guys
with
stay
golf,
tuned because
but
the last one is my favorite play. For the
you can
first
see-
pick, I'm taking
Can I
Derrick
scroll through
Henry
this? Okay,
over
Derrick Henry,
17 and a
that
half
cash.
fantasy.
I didn't
The
show that
Ravens
on Twitter,
have to win to secure.
but I'm not gonna bore you watching the whole thing. I post stuff on Instagram that I don't post on Twitter sometimes. So make sure you check it out. 6,200, trying to get to 100K. Got a long way to go. But let me find the video. Go to my reels. I made this video last golf season about why I think golf is one of the easiest sports to win at on Prize Picks or just general betting. If I can find it. Here we go.
Are you trying to find
And you
something
can
to
check
bet
out my
on
golf
after
too.
basketball
While we're
ended?
watching this, okay?
You're waiting for football to start. One of the most profitable sports that I've made over $200,000 on is golf. Let me show you some of my bets.
Ooh, look at that
The
draw.
reason why golf is so easy to hit on is
Come
because not a
on.
lot of people bet on
Come
golf. That leads to
on.
really soft lines that I'm able to take it.
Look at that, 10X,
slip.
or that's 25X, that's a 10X.
All right, and if you're thinking this is way too good to be true, comment golf.
Really
and I'll send
bad
you a
shit, by the
free
way. I've
week
laid that.
of my premium, and you can get all my golf picks for free. All right, and if you use code Zeke on Underdog Fantasy, they'll give you a free sweat.
But if you guys didn't hear why I think golf's so easy to beat on, is because I guarantee you most people in this chat would not bet on golf if it wasn't for me, or they just don't bet on it already. Not a lot of people play on golf. So when I open the Prize Picks board, it is untouched, right? It is like I'm walking into a candy shop and I get to pick what the best candies are. I don't have to deal with leftovers. Like on NBA, a lot of times you might be dealing with leftovers. Like, okay, someone sniped PJ Washington at 5.5 last night and they got bumped up. Okay, well, I still think it's good, so I'll play that. And then 7.5, I'm like, oh yeah, you can still play 7.5. You know, it's good. Obviously, 6.5 is better, but you know, you're playing a lot of bumps. You're playing a lot of just very accurate lines as well. When you have, let's say, like, let's look at it like a car, or let's just look at it like, yeah, let's do it as a prop. Y'all are sports. I don't have to explain it that hard. If there's $100,000 going in on a prop, some people taking over, some people taking under. There's sharps, there's casuals. The books can tell where the sharp money is, what side has more money, etc., and set a very good line. Okay, versus golf, if they're not betting on golf at all, they post their line and they're like, okay, we hope that's good. But then I'm the one that's manipulating the market the most on these Prize Picks plays. So it's so easy to win at because I'm the first to the board. I have a very good model for golf. It's just very good. Versus NBA, like I didn't post my first NBA play till 11 today, which I have a very good hit rate on NBA, no doubt. And I probably make more money on NBA throughout the year because there's more games. But like hit rate wise, it's golf by far. But NBA, there's people posting NBA plays that are already 2 days in advance. Like they're posting. I remember the NBA Cup was on like Thursday, and I get on Twitter Tuesday morning, and someone's posting NBA Cup plays 2 days before the game, which is going to lead to very sharp lines because now they have 48 hours of people like, oh, I want to bet on the NBA Cup. 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 I want to bet on the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. So stop me from rambling. Someone said RJ Barrett over 69 rebounds. Let's get to that. But again, guys, if you don't follow my Instagram already, go check me out. I'm about to see if anyone's followed since I shouted out at first. If not, stream's ending. Okay. Ooh, y'all are lucky one of y'all came and followed, boy. If one of y'all didn't come and follow, I was going to cancel the stream right now. All right. Let's get back. Let me see if I can get one more. Y'all got 30 seconds to get me one more follower. I'm ending the stream. All right. 30 seconds. Starts now. And then I'll go over this RJ Barrett rebounds play. I need one more Instagram follower. Okay. One more. 30 seconds. Who's going to do it? 15 seconds. I'm nervous. 5, 4, 3, 2. I fuck with y'all. See, like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. You want to know about an NBA play? You just gotta drop me a follow on Twitter. We'll call it even. All right. Someone said R.J. Barrett, 6.5 rebounds. Let me check it out for him. If you want over, I think that's fine. Over 6 rebounds, yeah, I'd play that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Any more props y'all want me to go over? We can talk about. I prefer to talk about college football. We can do NFL. College football will take 2 seconds. Um, about NBA props. So, in college football, Ohio State's winning. The Penn State Notre Dame games are good game because I have no idea who's winning. I thought it would be Georgia in there. I picked Georgia. Notre Dame looked decent versus Georgia. They had the kick return touchdown and the strip sack, which really affected the outcome of the game. Penn State destroyed Boise State. No shocker there. I think Drew Aller's probably the best quarterback left in the college football playoff. So I want to bet on Drew Aller because I love betting on good quarterbacks. But man, betting on James Franklin's crazy. Penn State's got the better running backs. They got the better quarterback. Defense is similar. Special teams, you got to give Notre Dame the edge. Marcus Freeman's a goat at that. I'd lean Penn State in that game. So I'd pick Ohio State and Penn State, and then Ohio State's winning it all. Not a lot there. And now the NFL bracket is where shit gets interesting. Okay? We got a amazing NFL bracket. All right, let me share my screen. Let me open this first. Okay. Wow, this graphic has terrible quality, but it'll work. So, Detroit Lions both got a bye, or Detroit and Kansas City both have a bye. The Chargers won yesterday, so they could play the Texans, which is very good for the Chargers. I do think the Chargers will win. Pittsburgh lost, so they got to play Baltimore. They're screwed. And then Denver and Buffalo. Okay, so on we're talking about the AFC side first. Chargers will win. CJ Stroud's look terrible this year. I love Justin Herbert as a quarterback. Defense leans Chargers, so Chargers got the better defense, better quarterback, maybe the better coach. Questionable there. And then, now that I'm really taking kicker into it, but dude, Cameron Dicker is an insane kicker. So I'm picking the Chargers. Ravens, Steelers, easy Ravens. Broncos, Bills. I'm picking the Broncos, believe it or not. The Broncos are going to destroy Josh Allen. Massive Broncos fan. We're going to go into Buffalo in the cold. Bo Nix is coming off the best game of his career. Give me the Denver Broncos. Okay? If you think the Bills are winning, you don't know ball. I'm sorry. Packers, Eagles. I think the Eagles are probably the best team in the NFC right now. So I'm taking the Eagles. Commanders, Rams. I lean Commanders. Vikings, Bucks. That would be a very good game. I'd probably pick the Vikings. But that means we have a Vikings-Lions rematch. I take the Lions, obviously, after last night. Eagles, Commanders, give me the Eagles. You got Chargers, Chiefs. Broncos, Ravens. You're going to have, it's going to be the 1 and the 3 seed on the AFC side. I don't think the Bills will beat the Ravens in a rematch. This might be Lamar's year, chat. I'm going to be completely honest. I know Lamar chokes in every playoff. This might be Lamar's year. if you had to pick one lower seed to win, who are you picking based off this right now? You have to pick one upset. Commanders are underdogs, Packers, Steelers, and Broncos. The 4 and the 5s are pretty close. Who's your one upset? Josh Giddey, 14 and a half, 14 RA. I already answered that earlier. I don't think if it's 13 and a half, I like it. 14, I just think it's the right line. I don't think there's a ton of edge, so it's probably not something I'd bet on. But I mean, it's definitely not something I'd bet on. Bucks, you like the Bucks to win? I could definitely see that, dude. Sam Darnold looked absolutely atrocious. I would be very worried if I was a Lions fan about that, or a Vikings fan, excuse me. But you get the idea. Did not look good for that team at all. I saw a stat and it said he had the most overthrows of his career besides one game. And I'm sure as soon as I say that, most of y'all know exactly what game I'm talking about. It was Sunday night or Monday Night Football when he was mic'd up and on the sideline. He just said, like, I'm seeing ghosts out there. That was the only time he's ever had more overthrows. So Sam Darnold was probably seeing ghosts again last night. Um, which is so crazy. Like, after they were talking about, they were just talk about, do they just trade J.J. McCarthy and keep Sam Darnold? They have Daniel Jones. What are they going to do? Because they just drafted J.J. Then Sam Darnold damn near could win MVP. Like, Sam Darnold's looked really good this year. What are they to do? Notre Dame's defense is legit. Oh, it is. I love unders. Don't like betting overs. Me too. Um, Notre Dame's defense is legit. Yeah, they look okay. But what I was saying was Sam Darnold looks insane. They're talking about what should they trade JJ, sign Sam? Are they just gonna let Sam walk? Because like Sam's been really good just to let him walk. And then he goes out there and plays like that. I don't know. I mean, obviously the Vikings are in a good position because they have probably two competent quarterbacks to choose between and they have Kevin O'Connell. But I would hate to be in their position. I would hate to be in their position because you could trade JJ away and Sam Darnold's back to seeing ghosts, and then JJ could go be insane, or you could let Sam walk and ride with JJ's ass, and Sam goes and just tears it up. I do think the most important thing would be keeping Kevin O'Connell. He is so freaking good at coaching quarterbacks. He's so good. He's just so good. Like, I mean, dude, I keep yawning. I'm not even tired. The Bucks play the Commanders. Is this not the right bracket? Oh, you're right. Here we go. Wait. Okay. Here we go. The dude's right. I don't even know if that was CBS. I think why did they upload the wrong bracket? So the only thing that changed was Vikings play the Rams now. Dude, I can't stop yawning. And the Commanders play the Bucks. Oh, it's because the Rams lost yesterday. Excellent head coaching, Kevin Connell's elite. He is. Someone said Cole Anthony 20.5 PA. I would play Cole Anthony threes. PA is probably fine. Suggs is out. But Cole Anthony threes looks really good. I'm probably gonna play that later today. I have to look more into it. Agreed. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, would you guys trade Sam, or just let Sam walk and keep JJ? Would you trade JJ? Put Sam on another 1 year deal? Like, Sam's probably gonna get a lot of offers on the market. You know, he's probably gonna get a decent amount of because he's young. He's young. Will you put together a threes parlay? I don't just put together like parlays just because like they all have the same stat or something like that. I really try to like be very smart when I bet. That's why I have such high hit rate and such a good profit margin. I did play this. Let me find it. I keep yawning. I'm sorry, guys. I did play this, and I think this is very good. Y'all like how I use the Spurs alternate paint color? Because if I put gray on gray, it'd look terrible. That's the that's the shit they don't teach in school. If you went to graphic design for sports, they wouldn't be like, okay, if you can't put gray on gray, use a team's alternate color because that is some next level shiznick. Okay, everyone knows about the fuchsia Spurs. Them jerseys are sick. Matt should be coming in any second now. Um, I'm kind of done with what I need to do. See, look, there he is on cue. My boy
Right on
Matt.
cue. Never late.
Dead
It's all right.
Prez. How are you doing?
Doing good. Great stream, bro. I watched along.
Thank you. I'm gonna turn this over. If you don't follow Dead Prez, check him out on Twitter at Dead Prez Picks. He's probably gonna have like a free trial below or something like that. I have a free trial below. I haven't talked about that. There's a free trial below this tweet if you want to get my plays for free. Last night I posted a 50% off coupon. Might be expired, not sure, but you can go check it out. Have a good stream, Matt.
You appreciate it, bro. Yeah, good job. Make
Yep.
sure you guys
See you. Thank you.
show Zeke some love. One of the best, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you, big dog.
All right, I'll talk to you, brother.
See ya.
All right, what's going on, guys? Matt McEwen from Dead Press Picks jumping in. I haven't been on a live stream in a couple weeks, so it feels good to get back on. I'm gonna just share this now with all my followers to get everybody on. Zeke did a great job as always leading this off. I'm gonna be with you guys till about 3:30. We'll walk you guys through all these bets. A little bit of a light night. Used to hopping on these with Monday Night Football. Unfortunately, no Monday Night Football tonight, but we still got a lot of NBA that we're going to dive into. So let me cook up now, and I will get this tweeted out, and we'll get to it in a second. We're going to come in. We're going to come in hot with some lottos for tonight. So we'll get it going. For the majority of this, guys, I will share my DraftKings screen with you, so you don't just have to see my face the whole time. If you are here, make sure you guys throw some comments. Always makes the streams go a little bit smoother in the comment section. So there we go. Got the DraftKings pulled up. But yeah, head to the comment section. Let me know any games that you guys want to chat through tonight. I'm more than happy to talk about. Like I said, a little bit of a different slate tonight. We're used to all these NFL games, college football. So we're cutting it back here, kind of getting into what the winner is going to look like for the most way with NBA, college basketball. Not a great college basketball slate tonight in NHL, but I do want to also use my half hour or so to chat about the college football playoffs, because those games will be on Thursday, and obviously I won't be back on. And we're going to talk some NFL playoffs. So quickly, we're going to hop into a NBA lotto that we're going to cook up right here on the stream, and then we're going to mostly talk NFL. I want to get my early playoff picks out for you guys who are on the stream. We'll talk through some anytime touchdown, first touchdown, and all that. So going to get this all in within the next half hour. So let's get into it. Let's dive right in. And like I said, questions, head to the comment section, and I will be free to answer them. We're going to look at the first game of the night, the Sixers playing host, my 76ers playing host to the Phoenix Suns. That game will tip off here a little north of 4 hours. I'm going Tyrese Maxey tonight. Okay, 25 plus. Now, if you look at Maxey's numbers lately, he's been struggling a bit the last couple games. Last came out 18 points, not a ton of volume for Maxey standards. In his last 2 games, he shot under 25 times. That's rare to see. This guy's typically getting 20 shots up per game. He has not hit 25 points or more in back-to-back games. 3 of his last 4, he's gone under this number. Now, he was on a streak of crushing this number where from December 21st through the December 28th, he went 25 plus or more in every single game. So some expected regression, but with Joel Embiid back in the lineup, we are going to get much better value on this prop at plus 110. Tyrese Maxey to get 25 points tonight feels right, feels good, and I feel like he'll get that done. Going to stay in this game with Kevin Durant. So we're going to look at KD's numbers here, 25 plus at minus 125. So for some reason, again, going to try to see, but sometimes when I share on the live screen, it doesn't always add up the parlay. So I'll pull up my DraftKings 2 on my phone so I can keep you guys updated with the odds of where this one will end. But KD tonight to take care of business. Devin Booker is in the lineup. Bradley Beal's in the lineup. Expected to be in the lineup. But I still think KD has a big-time performance. We know offensively, most talented player, one of the most talented players in the NBA. And 25 plus for him lately, he's been on a roll. 5 consecutive games, KD has scored 25 points or more. His last game against the Pacers ended on 25 exactly. 3 of those games, he hit 30 points or more in those performances. If you look at his volume too, 38 minutes or more in his last 5 games. So a ton of volume from KD. Still out there, still picking up a lot of minutes. I think he'll deliver a big-time performance tonight. So let me just make sure I'm keeping track of these numbers correctly. So that'll get us to 242. If you just want to play a little 2-game, same-game parlay, also a solid look. Let me see if I refresh this. So sometimes if I refresh, it will allow me to get this going on the shared screen too. It's weird how it does it. All right, it doesn't want to let us today. But those will be the first 2 legs of this, guys. Feel pretty good about this. Third leg, we're going to look at the Blazers and Pistons game, and we're going to ride with Anthony Simons here, 20 plus. So if you look at his numbers lately, another guy who I think we're getting strong value on this. I mean, the line right now is minus 170, but we're putting him in the parlay. 4 consecutive games that he has gone over this number. He's been on a roll lately. I believe that'll continue in tonight's game. Taking on a Pistons team, it has been susceptible to giving up points to the guard position, but 20 plus points here. Now it's up to minus 185 actually on his straight line, but that gets us to plus 426. Again, expect a big time performance from him tonight, and we'll carry the parlay on. Here's a game I think we're going to see a lot of points in. Also like the over in this game, 236. A lot of points should be scored in this one. So I feel pretty good about this prop with Zach LaVine. You can see he's averaging 22.7 points per game this season. We're going to take him for 23 plus points tonight. So right around his season average, but this is a Spurs team. We know defensively where they've had their struggles this season, but I think Zach LaVine delivers a big-time performance. This is going to get us to plus 900 now on this SGP, but if you look at LaVine's numbers and what he's done this year, strong season, he's been relatively healthy, which is a big thing for him, but 3 of his last 4 games, guys, he scored 30 points or more. He's had a lot of big-time performances lately. This is a guy who comes into this game scoring 65 points in his last 2 games. Expect a lot of volume from LaVine. We always see 30-plus minutes out of him, and this game should be relatively close. You can see a 3-point spread tonight. So in these games, we want to pick off games that aren't going to be blowouts when we're taking the overs. I think this one stays tight enough where LaVine can take care of business and put up points tonight. That will take us to our next leg, and we're going to keep riding with Anthony Edwards. We know the whole thing with Anthony Edwards. He doesn't want to get the double team. A lot made out there in the media from that. He comes out the next game and he has an all-time performance for his standards, right? One of the best games of his young NBA career where he couldn't miss, locked in all game, 53 points. Now, prior to that, I do want to point out he had not scored 30 points or more in a long time. It had been quite some time for Edwards to score 30 points or more. You have to date back to, let me make sure I'm right, a month from then. Yeah, December 6th, he had 30 points against the Warriors. So it had been a long time. He went about a month without scoring 30 points. I think now he's going to be in a rhythm. He's feeling good. We're going to take him for 30 plus, which is plus 235. So this is what's really going to get our parlay boosted, and this is what's going to make us a lot of money. That gets us 31-1 odds, 32-1 odds on this play. So it's a 5-legger here. There on the screen if you guys want to take a screenshot of this. But that's basically how we're going to build this one out and get us to where we're going to make a lot of money on this late tonight. But Anthony Edwards, big time performance I expect from him in this game. So that's going to get our parlay in. Make sure you guys, like I said, take a screenshot of that, whatever you have to do for that. But lock that in now because this one feels good. I feel like we have a lot of strong spots here. Not asking a lot. We're only asking 5 guys to take care of business. A couple guys that are in bounce back spots. A couple guys that are improving spots. I think Anthony Edwards goes on a roll the next couple weeks through the NBA. We know kind of his MO, how he plays the game. I expect big time performances from Edwards. And again, he's in a strong spot to do that tonight. So that's going to be the lotto right there. And yeah, we'll cook up. We'll cook up some more NBA if we do have time, but I do want to talk a lot of NFL because we got these playoff games set, and I want to talk through some props. We're going to build a touchdown parlay here, and we are going to have some fun with this. All right, so let me get this tweeted out where we're going to build I just cooked up here 6,000 plus 6,000 TD parlay. All right, everybody get in, everybody get it, and let's be ready to go. The question about that. Anthony Edwards, yeah, how he's been definitely a little bit off. Cunningham, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Just catching up on some comments there. Got our guy Swift Daily Picks in here. What's up, brother? Nice to see you in here. Are in there. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments now. But yeah, so we'll move this along to the NFL slate, and we'll dive into it. I'm going to make sure I just got my tweet up, and we're good. We are live to start building this. All right, we're going to do a Saturday touchdown parlay, and then we'll do a Sunday one. And if we have time, we will also talk a little bit about the college football, but I want to get these in as soon as possible for you guys because I want you guys to get locked and loaded for these. So we're going to be looking at this Texans and Chargers game, which is the first game to kick off on Saturday. Just 5 days away. So let's grind out these next few days. We got the NFL or college football playoffs that come in clutch, kind of holding us together during this period. But we're going to look at the first leg of this with Nico Collins. So Nico Collins here at plus 145, getting strong value. He did score in that game yesterday. Their starters did not play most of that game. He had 5 catches on that drive, 38 yards. Nico Collins is here, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, especially in the red zone, 7 touchdowns this season, top target in that passing game. They've obviously been without some key players, unfortunately. Tough injuries to Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell. Collins is the guy in that offense right now. So Nico Collins at plus 145, really strong value there to find the end zone. For leg 2 of this, and this is the leg I think some people are not going to love because he likes to drop passes. Quentin Johnson to find the end zone there, plus 200. When we talk about a lot of these props, guys, we know we talk about snap counts a lot when it comes to these props and kind of how we like to look at these. Quentin Johnson, in terms of volume this season, has been on the field a lot. And I understand he's had the drop problems. I get it. But when we look at how often he's playing, second on the team in snaps. Last week, he played the most offensive snaps of any skill position player. But only Ladd McConkey has more in the passing game. So it's McConkey and it's Quentin Johnson. And we know they do like to mix in with the running backs, get them involved in the passing game. But at the end of the day, he's the second receiving option in this offense. Big body guy. He can make plays. He's going to get a lot of one-on-ones in this game. I expect Stingley to be more so attached to McConkey in this spot. Johnson should have some favorable matchups. At the end of the day, we're getting great value on a guy who's going to be on the field a lot and going to be one of the top options in the red zone. Quentin Johnston, anytime touchdown there at plus 200. And guys, I'll again build this out on, I'm also going to pull up FanDuel here. Just give me 1 second, seeing if these odds, I do want to compare the odds of these games and see which one we're getting better value on. And like I said, if it doesn't come up on this, I will let you guys know what it is on the phone, but I think it's actually going to be a little stronger here. Yeah, FanDuel has Johnson at plus. All right, we're going to switch the shared screen. DraftKings is going away. We're going to go stop, and now we're going to go share screen. And here we are, guys, over to FanDuel. All right. Johnson on FanDuel is plus 230, so a little bit of extra value there. And I also think points are going to be scored in this game. I do think that we're going to see a lot of points in this spot in this game, and that we're going to see consistent offense from both of these teams. So plus 545 so far. Again, you want to go 2-leg parlay, feel free. You guys don't have to build this whole thing with me, but I think it'll be a lot more fun if we add some legs to this. So Saturday night, the Ravens and the Steelers, big-time matchup. Listen, I hate doing it. I did it last week with Derrick Henry, too. I put him in, like, every parlay I made. It worked out. It was a little scary, admittedly. But Derrick Henry here, anytime touchdown is minus 195. I get it. It's a juicy piece. Derrick Henry's fine in the end zone. I think Baltimore's going to score a ton of points in this game. and a big-time performance in the second leg. Give me George Pickens. All right, George Pickens here, bounce back game. He was horrendous in that last game of the season against the Bengals. Offensive, I thought he was going to have a big-time game. I took his over, guys, and he ended with 0 yards. 1 catch for 0 yards. His last 3 games combined, he only has 7 receptions in those games. He's been quiet lately. His best game that he's played lately has been against the Ravens. 8 catches for 89 yards. Big-time performance back on November 17th. He's going to have to be involved in this game. The game script's going to bode well for this prop. Pittsburgh's going to play the majority of this game from behind. What that is going to lead to is a lot more passing opportunities. George Pickens is going to be the guy that's going to benefit from these kinds of plays. So George Pickens here at the value we are getting, too much value in this spot. So no doubt that we're gonna hop on the Pickens train in this one. And guys, let me know too who you guys like for any touchdowns. Appreciate that. Swift Daily saying beautiful lotto. Yeah, let me know, guys, who you're taking for the touchdowns in this game. I know we don't have a game tonight, but I know we've been doing the giveaways of any, you guys comment the first touchdown scorer. We could mix something in there as well, but definitely think that we are getting incredible value on this prop. So question about Derrick. Yeah, Henry, line shop Henry where you can. Let me see what he is on DraftKings, because last week I think someone found him at like minus 220 for a leg, and then other books he was like minus 300. So his line was all over. He's minus 190 on DraftKings, 195 on FanDuel. But yeah, shop that around a little bit to where you guys can get a strong, as little juice as you can on that. But Pickens, just comparing him as well, trying to see. So Pickens anytime on DraftKings is 210, 200 on FanDuel. So yeah, not a big difference there, guys, with Pickens on either sportsbook. But yeah, line shop, always line shop, as we say. So listen, this is a little Saturday parlay. You want to throw $10 on it, you're gonna walk away with 271. We'll put 100 or 200 for it. We're feeling good, but put $100, $20. If you just want to put $1 on it and just have some fun, go win $27. But definitely want to get that one out first because that game is Saturday. If you want to bleed it into Sunday, I'm telling you, a guy who's scoring on Sunday. We'll talk about this game a lot more. My Philadelphia Eagles, very nervous for this game. Saquon Barkley takes it here. All right. Saquon Barkley will score a touchdown in this game. They rested him up for a reason last week. Saquon's going to score, no doubt in that one. All right, but let's make a Sunday one as well, and then we'll try to quickly hit on some college football with the next 15 minutes or so that we do have. But let me reshare this. Can I edit this? Why is it? Sorry, give me 1 sec, guys. Sometimes sharing on Twitter can be weird. All right, I'm tweeting this out now. Sorry, I thought I shared that one before. Now we are live and we are sharing this screen. All right. Okay, Sunday, how we're going to get into this is we're going to look at Saquon Barkley first. All right. First and foremost, Barkley is going to score a touchdown, as I mentioned in this game. His first touchdown, 490. You can find it some places 500 or 550. Think strong value there. But we're going to take Barkley anytime touchdown. The Eagles are going to score a lot of points in this game. We know how great Saquon's been all year. He's rested. He's fresh coming into this spot. Saquon scoring in this game. A guy who has burned me lately is Jayden Reed. But I continue to love the value that we're getting on Jayden Reed and what we're going to get from him. So, again, I talk a lot about the snap counts. Christian Watson was injured in that game. We know with the Packers that they have a bunch of different guys who play the wide receiver position. They play it very similar. Reed is the most talented guy on that offense. I don't think there's much of a debate with that at the wide receiver position. If you look at the volume this season, Jayden Reed played in the most snaps of any skill position player. Played in 685. That's more than Josh Jacobs on this offense. The next closest, Romeo Doubs at 660. And then as you move down the list with Wicks and Watson, and then there is a bit of a gap between Bo Melton and Malik Heath, who have started to see more snaps lately. But they do play a lot of receivers. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But Reed is a guy who's most consistently on the field. Another thing that makes Reed and this prop attractive is he could do it in multiple ways. We know they use him a lot in the run game, end around, getting the ball in his hands, the screen game. I think Jayden Reed holds a ton of value to find the end zone in this game. So Reed at plus 220. I like the look. Those are my two favorite scorers in that game. I do think Philly puts up a lot of points, which means I do think AJ or Devontae find the end zone. I would lean to AJ. So if you want to do a little 3-game parlay there, that's an option, but we're not going to put AJ in this one right now because there's players out there that I think have more value to score in this spot. We're going to keep riding with Courtland Sutton. All right, Courtland Sutton, he did his job yesterday, and at plus 160, this is an incredibly strong line when we're looking at this. Sutton to find the end zone. We know offensively on the Broncos, he's by far the top option in the passing game. He put up a great season, 1,000+ yards, 8 touchdowns. He scored in back-to-back games. Denver's going to have to throw the ball, guys, to win this game. I don't think they're going to be able to run the football with a lot of success against Buffalo. I think the game script will favor this. It'll bode well for this prop. Denver's going to play the majority of this game from behind. Cortland Sutton, anytime at plus 160, incredible value there. Now, if you look elsewhere here with the Bills, Cook and Allen both juiced. But we're getting strong value here as the list goes down. I think Amari Cooper's value is incredible, but we're not going to put him in this parlay. One guy we will put in is Dalton Kincaid. And if you follow me this year, you know I've loved Dalton Kincaid. And yes, he had a bit of a disappointing season if you look at like fantasy statistics and all that kind of stuff. But Dalton Kincaid hasn't scored, guys, since October 27th. It's been a long time. When he scored was when we hit that huge tight end. If anyone who's been following our year, they know this was one of the biggest parlays I've ever hit. It was like that 7-man tight end on National Tight Ends Week. That was the last time Kincaid scored, but that was also the last time we put him in a parlay. So Kincaid has been good to us when we have put him in. 2 touchdowns total this season. And one of those touchdowns came on September 23rd. This is a guy who hasn't scored since Halloween. What we call that in this business is that he is due. So Dalton Kincaid, incredible value here to find the end zone. And also, if we want to talk again about just in pure snap count and volume, where does Kincaid fit in on this team? We have seen a bit of a dip, all right? Only 44% of snaps last week. Dawson Knox has taken more snaps. Kincaid started the season at 84%. But in this kind of game, I do think Kincaid will play a key role against the Broncos, who are very difficult to beat in the red zone. They're going to need a big body tight end like Kincaid to step up. I think we're getting strong value. And the line here only being 260 when a guy hasn't scored that long, a little bit fishy. I mean, if you look at Dawson Knox, who has played a little bit more than him lately, he's at plus 550. So I think the books know something here. I think Kincaid finds his way into the end zone, gets us to these odds, as you guys can see on the screen. And to close this one out, we have more football. Sunday night, we're headed to the Sunshine State for this one between the Commanders and Buccaneers, excuse me. Listen, I think this is going to be a great game. I expect a lot of points again in this game. The total for this one, if you just want to look at a straight prop here at 50.5, I think this soars over. I think we see a ton of points in this spot. And we're going to ride Mike Evans, all right? Mike Evans made a little bit of history yesterday. We saw that. Congrats to Mike Evans. Unbelievable career. He's always been great. But if you look at his numbers here and what he's done this season, in the red zone, there are few receivers better than Mike Evans. 11 touchdowns this year. That was tied for 4th most in the NFL at the wide receiver position. In terms of volume, we know he's always going to be on the field, especially in the playoff game. Baker has unbelievable trust in Mike Evans. I'd be shocked if Mike Evans does not get his way into the end zone. And remember that matchup, guys. Who is he facing? Marshawn Lattimore. These two guys do not like each other. Look up some of those old matchups when Lattimore was a part of the Saints and Evans when he was still, younger with the Bucs. Not a lot of love between these two guys. We're going to see that on full display. We're going to see a big-time performance from Mike Evans in this game, and I do believe that Evans has a lot of value here to find the end zone anytime. Not going with Brian Robinson, all right, because Brian Robinson has let me down lately. This is where I'm gonna leave the parlay, all right? And listen, it's in a pretty good spot. You put $10 on it, you walk away with $852. You put $20 on it. There you go. The money just keeps going up. And if you, like I said, if you just want to have fun, if you're on this live stream saying, hey, why not? Put $1 on it, all right? And you can win $85. If you're really feeling good about this one, you put $100 on it, you're going to get a strong payday. But look, I don't think we're asking a lot here. I think we're just asking a couple guys to find the end zone. So Dalton Kincaid, Cortland Sutton, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Reed, Mike Evans. I will add my slip under this tweet as well if you guys do want to tell us, and where we can copy the link, so it's nice and easy for you guys just to pop right in there and get that going. But yeah, anytime touchdowns, gonna be a fun weekend. With all of these games. And I do want to real quick make a spread my predictions on this, and you guys could throw this in a parlay as well. I think the Texans win this game. I understand the Chargers defensively this year, they've been great. Houston's banged up. The whole CJ Stroud, sophomore slump, what we can call it, he's definitely struggled a little bit lately, and I understand they're a bit banged up offensively, but this game is still at Houston. Remember last year when Houston beat Cleveland? I get, again, Stroud, a little bit of a different feel. I just think we're getting too much value with the Texans at home. Plus 124. Give me them all day to win this one. Another game that I really like, I like the Steelers with the points at 9.5. I know that they're going the wrong direction at the back end of the season. Still think this team fights. It's a divisional game at the end of the day. These two teams know each other really well. Pittsburgh's going to find a way. They always stay in games. Like, it is so rare for Pittsburgh to get blown out of a game. I think Pittsburgh finds a way to keep this close, even if they're losing the most of the way. This is an easy number to back into and cover late. So I think Pittsburgh gets it done. Here's where I think a favorite rolls. I think Buffalo wins this game by 20+. So I think you could look at some alt lines with Buffalo in this game. Offensively, this team just has too much firepower. Again, Denver defensively, they've been great this year. They've done a lot of really good things. They're still not in the same atmosphere that this Buffalo team can get going, and the way that they're going to put up points. So I think Buffalo has a big time performance here, scores a lot of points, and takes care of business in this spot. So give me the Bills with the spread on that line. Sorry, I think this might have went in and out. Did it knock me off? There we go. We're back. Sorry, my thing got frozen. But I do think Buffalo puts themselves in a good spot here, that they roll to an easy cover and an easy win. Look, my Eagles and Packers, I'm actually going to ride with the Packers, all right? I'm going to get a lot of hate from this if any of my my local Philly fans are watching in this spot. But Eagles still win this game, and the Packers getting 4.5. This line opened 3.5. It went up to 5.5 today. I think Green Bay keeps us close. These two teams played earlier in the year. It was a weird kind of game because it was the first game of the season. It was in Brazil. Like there was a lot of factors that, it didn't feel like a regular season game yet. Jordan Love obviously has to play for me to feel confident about this prop. I do think he'll play. He was warming up at the back end of that game yesterday when they kind of saw the possibility that, hey, if we win this game, we might actually be able to jump Washington and not have to go to Philly and face Philly. I think this is a tight back and forth game that's going to favor the underdog. Green Bay offensively, they've had a great season. If we look at their numbers statistically, coming into the final game of the season, this offense was rolling. They only had one game since November 24th where they didn't score 30 points or more, and that was when they scored 25 against Minnesota, and they had some chances to put up more points, some miscues offensively. But yesterday, 22 points against the Bears. I get, Love didn't look great early, but most of that game was done with Malik Willis. There wasn't a ton of sense of urgency to win this game. I think they have enough firepower offensively to hang around, keep this close. Philly wins, but I think Green Bay covers, especially if this line gets back to 5.5. Jump on Green Bay. Final game on Sunday of the night between Tampa Bay and Washington. Look, if I have to go one way, I'm going to go with Tampa Bay in this game. I love the story that we've had this year with Jaden Daniels. He's been unbelievable, offensive rookie of the year. Washington's a year early, maybe even 2 years early from where they should be. So future's bright in our nation's capital. But Baker Mayfield and company, this is a team who has some playoff experience together. They beat Philly last year. They made that game tough with the Lions. This is a team who's going to score enough points to cover this number. Again, the over here is probably my favorite play, but we're going to just do spreads on this parlay. But I do think points are going to be scored here. I think Tampa Bay ends up dropping 35, 40 points in this spot. I think we see a lot of points from both of these teams, but I do think the Bucs will get a cover at home. And then this game, this is one I've went back and forth on all week, but I'm going to go with Minnesota. I think the line suggests it's more of a Vikings play. Now, look, Minnesota was one game away from being the number one seed, having to buy. Horrific showing last night, by the way, against the Lions. I mean, they couldn't do anything right offensively. Multiple chances in the red zone. They turned the ball over on downs multiple times on 4th and goal. This team had their chances. They could have got it done. They didn't get it done. But I do think that they're still in a strong spot against the Rams. I think the Rams overperformed a bit. They played in one of the worst conferences in the NFL this season, had some easy wins along the way. I love what Sean McVay can do in company, but I think the Vikings here defensively, I think defensively is the biggest difference in this game. They're going to be able to do enough on the defensive side of the football to slow down this team. So Minnesota, top 5 defense. That's going to be the X factor in this game. Los Angeles this year ranked below average, 17th overall in points allowed per game. Sam Darnold should have a bounce back performance. I don't think he could look as bad as he did last night. So think that the Vikings take care of business there and that we get a win. So there are a couple of the parlays, guys, that I wanted to piece together for you guys. Appreciate the comments along the way that we had. Appreciate everyone who's been in and out of the stream. Zeke did a great job, as I said at the beginning of the stream. I am cutting this one short at 3:30, but I know all week that there's going to be a bunch of different content creators, as there is every week with DubClub, that are going to hop on here. They're going to break down these games for you guys as well. Exciting week. I know that until Thursday, it's a little slow with just college, NBA, NHL, but we'll still be hitting some plays. Let's hit some lottos. Let's take care of business there. And and then once Thursday hits, the football vibes are there. We're almost back to where we're getting the weekend games. I'll give you guys my leans real quick on this. You guys know I'm a Notre Dame fan. I think Penn State wins that game, and I think Texas covers. This line's come down a lot. I think Texas covers 5.5. There are still 6s out there, so shop this one around a little bit. But I think Texas at this point, the opening line, they were just getting too many points. They get Ohio State, big time performance. They looked great. That's all good. But Texas at the end of the day, 5.5 feels like too many points. I think Texas covers that and possibly wins outright. So we'll ride with both underdogs. I would love to see a Penn State Texas final. A lot of people think it's going to be Notre Dame Ohio State. I'm hoping as a fan it's Notre Dame Ohio State, but I will be betting on Penn State in that spot. I just think they have too much value there at plus money. Guys, I am running a free trial right now until January 12th. We have well over a couple thousand people right now on that trial, so really appreciate everybody who was hopped in. Hopefully you guys have made a lot of money. We're up a few units to start the year. Statistically, we had our best year in 2024 in terms of units made and return of investment. So best time to join right now, guys. A lot of football coming up here in January. NFL playoffs kicking off. We have these final college football games that we're going to dive into. And then NBA season's going to heat up. Before we know it, we're going to be getting towards, the prime NBA season, NHL. And there's a lot to look forward to here over the next couple months. And don't look now, guys. We are only 2 months away from March Madness. So March Madness is sneaking up on us as well. A lot of exciting things to dive into regarding sports right now. So my free trial will be attached under the original DubClub video. Make sure you guys check that out. I really appreciate the time. I really appreciate everybody who came in. As mentioned, always the comments means a lot to have everybody kind of hop in and take the time to watch these streams. So Zeke did a great job. Appreciate coming on with you guys. And I will be back next Monday with another episode. And I'll talk to you guys then.